Hey, I'm Rich Langton from Hillsong Church. This is New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com, and I'm here with the writers of Real Love. It's a new song off Young and Free's new album, Youth Revival. And it's great to have you guys. Thanks for coming in.
Good to be here.
Hey, so Real Love, it's one of my favorites from the album. Every time we sing it in church, my kids, they're like, Dad, do the pappus, do the pappus. So tell me about the song. It's obviously a bit of a dance track and the pappus.
Yeah, it was a song that, to be honest, this song was, I think, a little bit of a labor of love for us, and we started working on it, months and months before the project kind of came about, and just kind of continually working and refining it to get it to the place that it's at today. But yeah, the three of us, and it was one song at one point, and then kind of evolved when we found other elements to it, and the track you would have heard in the studio version is obviously very electronic driven and funny vocal samples and all that stuff. And as we were writing it, you're like, oh, this is a big risk and we've never done anything like it before, but we enjoyed it, it felt good, and we thought, people might like singing this, and I think they do.
So the sound of the song, it sounds like a continuation from the first album, We Are Young and Free. Is that the intention with it?
Yeah, totally. I mean, when the three of us got together in the studio and were writing it, we all knew we wanted to try something different. We wanted to push boundaries, do something we hadn't done before. But at the same time, as Pap said, labor of love, we kind of road tested it in church and then tweaked it once we kind of saw how youth were reacting. And I think we all kind of felt that by the end of that journey, we'd taken youth on board, and people really got on board with the song. And really, really happy with how it's all come about.
Yeah, it's great. And Hannah, so when you're leading it, how do you find now the congregation responds?
Yeah, well, it's been an interesting one because I think specifically this song is a different tempo to a lot of our other kind of typical upbeat songs. Mm-hmm. And so it was quite a process, trying to figure out, okay, which is where probably the pappus or whatever you're referring to before came from, is how do we lead the church in this song, and how do we make it feel theirs and something they can kind of grab a hold of? And so because it is a little bit slower than our usual kind of faster songs, we talked about it a lot, I think. Okay, how can we make this work? How can we get people involved, and how can we make it so that it's not just a cool sounding song, but something that people enjoy praising God to and can participate in. So it was kind of a process. I think the first few times the song was sung, it was a little bit of a shock factor, people going, okay, how does this work? But yeah, it's been really cool to watch our church kind of grab hold of it. And I think at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, what the song says and the lyrics in a song are what people do connect with, even more so than a melody or music as such. So for us, we try to really labor over the lyrics and dig deep and find a theme and describe this message in a way that people could connect with. So when they're singing these lyrics, even though it sounds a little different, heart-wise, it's I get this and it makes sense to me. So that was quite a process as well.
That's great. So Alex, tell us about then the theme, Real Love. What were you going for then, the labor that you put in?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, again, the theme of the album is youth revival, we just believing that the song, as we're kind of writing that tag section, the This Is Real Love, sort of playing around with what that would say, and we were really, really marked by those lyrics, real love, and believing that, as Hannah said, as we crafted the lyrics and as we worked around that, believing that a generation would be marked by the understanding of what real love and what true love is. And that's what we hope people would get out of the song.
Great. And you guys are going to play it for us now? Run us through the chords, everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Looking forward to it.
Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to life when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized, here with you. Nice love is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. This is real love, This is real love. This is real love. This is real love. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. This is real love. In your heart, I am found. I want you. I want you. You won't let me down. You got me. You got me. This love is for real. You will never let go. Never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, not beyond my control. Out of control. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love. This is real love. This is real love.
Hey, that's awesome, guys. I really love that song. Hey, Pap, can you run us through what you're playing?
Yeah. So just kind of obviously like really bearing down to the essentials for this context. So I'm just playing the chords as they were, but what I've just done for tuning wise, just to give it a nice full sound like we're here right there, I've just tuned my B and my E string down from a B and an E to an A and a D, which gives us, I can kind of roam all around just playing the essentials of the chord.
And you're playing in D?
Playing in the key of D, yeah. And yeah, just nice and simple, nice and full, and that's what I'm doing.
So the progression?
Very good question. The progression is just in the verses in the pre-chorus is just the G, B, A, and then with a nice little pause, the F sharp, G. And then when we open up in the chorus, we just add the D to it. So G, B minor, A, and then D, F sharp, G.
Yeah. And it adds some interest having the second acoustic. So Hannah, are you playing the same thing? Obviously you got your capo.
So I'm just in like a traditional tuning, and I have my capo on the 2nd fret and playing in the C position. So again, just following the basic chord changes. And yeah, so just kind of single strumming, keeping it pretty simple. And then when we get to the pre-chorus, the melody becomes a little bit more energetic and there's more rhythm in it. And so that's when I guess we started adding a bit more kind of picking in and something a bit more percussive to help build as the song builds.
Yeah. Obviously you didn't have a big drop like we have on the track.
Yeah.
But it kept it interesting.
Yeah.
Is that something that's intentional? Obviously in a smaller setting like this, would you recommend that when you're leading, say?
I think definitely. I mean, when you hear the song, the original song, it's very dynamic and it has a lot of kind of lows and highs in it. And so anything that you can do in an acoustic setting to, obviously you're in a different world musically, but still create that sense of momentum and allowing the song to evolve, I think is a good thing. So for us going from single strums, then picking, and then kind of all out full volume strumming in the chorus, I think helps to create that sense of journey in the song.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I enjoyed it today and I hope churches will enjoy it everywhere.
Thank you so much.
Found in your freedom. This is real love. This is real love. This is real love.